Hey people, we're fixing to figure out who the real demons are. I don't know if it's the police officer, or the people, or some evil spirit that was intending to go into the people, not would allow, the demon not would allow. So my whole channel is based on fixing the confusion with the translations of the Bible. And in that last movie, I read this line 9 in the Hebrew and Greek side by side. And I was wanting to leave a tag because I talked about I'd seen that word in another movie. I was trying to figure out which movie it was. And I couldn't find it. So I came back and clicked on this word. And it told me that, it's only used this one other time in Acts. And I know I haven't done a movie in Acts. And so I figured they gave it a different meaning somewhere. Either that or it was in the Old Testament, because they won't tell me where these words are in the Old Testament because they change meaning so much. But they say in here, it's the only time it means confusion in Acts. And so I went to read that to see if I get a better idea. And I found a whole bunch of stuff that I was really interested in here while I was reading. And I showed in another movie where they had the word Paulos, and Apolli, and Apollon all in one line. And from reading, I figured out that this was the police, because this was said to be the houses that you owned. And they said the Poly was the city, and they said both the Poly and the Apollon was the city. And I forget, we figured out what they mean in that line. This is a Paul, and its job is to police the winch. It polices that winch cable and keeps it from running out. It's a Paul. P-A-U-L. There was no W back then, so it's spelled P-A-U-L. A Paul. And they were fishermen, and that's what it meant. The meaning hasn't changed. And so while you're winding on this handle over here, this Paul is policing the houses that you own. Everything on this side of that Paul, is what you have done earned. You done worked for those. And that you can release and take a break, and the Paul grabs it while you get ready to try to grab another house, and it polices the houses that you owned. And I'm just now noticing that this is a different interpretation of this Greek, because the other one was called the riots. This is just an outcry. But this is the word that I had been searching for, of confusion, and it suggests, it's subjects, as in subjected to abuse, subjects us those. But I see the other Bible gives us a pronunciation, but it says in Paul wanting to enter into the people as the demon did not allow him, the disciples. But this other Bible, this interlinear, it's the riot in Ephesus. And you can see how much they've changed the meaning here. Allah is just but. And the goddesses, the great goddesses, are the Megala has the ass. Them big ass chicks, great goddesses. The Megalas, the ass. And so I started to read up here, and so I seen it was a riot. Love a good riot, and I seen the polos there, the police, and I was reading this word here. They say Macedonia, but it's Adonian, and IAN is a suffix that means a person from there, a person from make it on, Makedon, and IAN is the person. So here it says he's passing through the city, but no, this is clearly talking about a person. And then when it gets down here, the make a don't as. When it's talking about the place now, they're saying it's a person, a Macedonian. So when you're reading about a person, it's a place. When you're reading about a place, it's a person. They totally got it flipped. And this is an aristocron. You know, aristo is a aristocrat, and an archon is an aristarchon. You know, an aristocrat is a member of the aristocracy, a descendant of the blue-blooded, but crat is to govern, and so aristo is the blue blood to govern. And archon, you know, each of the 9 chief magistrates to rule. You know, the blue bloods to rule, the aristocon, make known as, that's condone. To condone the soon of demos police. The soon of demos police. And they're condoning the soon of demos, to demonstrate, of police. So Paul, you know, his name was Saul. He was Saul of Tarsus. And Jesus named him Paul. That was his nickname because he was the police. You know, and the first time they called him Paul was in the book of Acts. And Paul participated in the persecution of early disciples. That's how he got his name. He's the police. You know, the aristocon, to condone as soon of demos. You know, EK replaces the letter L, soon of, and it could be read as L or of, however it fits. But they do that just to confuse you. But soon of demos, the Paul of, the police of. And the police of, you see of Paul, Paulov, of. The police of police. The vowel of men of. The vowel B is a V, the vowel. The voice of men of. They sell it in this fashion, ton. They sell it in this ton. Demon. The weak they on. What on how math it tie. It's how they math it tie to add it up. But when I Google demon, you know, demon is an evil spirit or a devil, especially one thought to possess a person. From the Greek Daimon. But a demon is a variant spelling of. And demon 3 is a police officer. And that's fitting more within the writings. And so you can see how they flip all the meanings of the words. You know, they trying to tell us the demon is the people. No, the police is the demon. The polio was the demon. And we is not. Nay is not. And they try to tell us nay means yes and we means no. And they totally got it backwards, got everything flipped over backwards. And if people don't wake up to this, the same exact thing's fixing to happen again. Alright, I'm going to cut this off a short one. Good day.